In this video, we'll show you a step-by-step guide on how to make a professional looking org chart using built-in charting tools in Excel. Whether you're creating a chart for a small business or a large corporation, this tutorial is perfect to get you started. The first thing that you're going to need to do is open up Excel and bring it to a blank spreadsheet. Now, when you open up Excel, of course, it defaults to the Home tab up top here. Where you're going to want to go is to the Insert tab. So click on that and then move your cursor over to where it says SmartArt and click on that. From here, we've got a lot of different options on what we can insert, but we're going to want to go to where it says Hierarchy and click on that. And then it shows you a bunch of different options that you could use for an org chart. Now, it's important to note that if you select a certain option and you want to switch it later, you've got that option. So don't worry too much about which one you select. In this tutorial, I'm just going to click the first one that appears up here. Once you've got that selected, you can just click OK. And now it's time to get started filling this thing out. Now, when you click Insert, when we brought this into the Excel spreadsheet right now, you can see that Excel kind of defaults a couple of different blank boxes to get you started. You can also notice that towards the left here, there's a little arrow right in the middle of where the chart kind of is. We're going to want to click on that to expand out this area here that allows us to kind of see the hierarchy of all the different people or the different positions within our chart. Now, for me, I don't really like this format that Excel shoots out automatically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click backspace a couple of times until only the top square remains. And you can think of this top square as the top position in your org chart or the top position in your company. So we're going to want to label that as such. Now, you've got two different options when it comes to this org chart. You can either type into the box itself by clicking on it and then type in whatever you want, or you can see over to the left where it's got the text. This also reflects onto the square once you type here. Now, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to recommend that you do all of your formatting and all of your typing in this left area over here that says type your text. So in this example, I'm just going to type out CEO because that's my top position. So we've added the first position of CEO, but of course we want to have people report into the CEO. To do this, all you need to do is go to this Add Shape area up in the top left of your spreadsheet, click the drop down, and then we're going to move to Add Assistant. And what Excel labels as an assistant is pretty much a direct report. I'm going to click on that, and you can see now I've got a different little square that appears off of CEO. So let's just call this one the Chief Operating Officer. So I'll just do COO. Now let's say that we want somebody that reports into the COO the same way as before. I'm going to click the drop down. I'm going to click Add Assistant. And then I'm going to say Plant Manager. And you can see now we're making a reporting structure and is really starting to fill out. Now in our example here, we've got more than one person that reports to the CEO. It's not just the COO. In order to do that, it's the same thing as before, but we want to make sure that the CEO is highlighted in this text area by clicking on it and then going to the top and then adding assistant. You can see when we did this, it's creating another direct report into the CEO. We'll say the Chief Financial Officer this time, and that's exactly what we need. So again, you can see when I click around in this text area, various places highlight, and that's important because whenever I add a shape up top, it's going to reference the position that's highlighted. Now I'm just going to drag the bottom to make this a little bit bigger. We'll move it over to the middle so it looks good. And now in the beginning, I mentioned that you can change the format if you decide that you don't like how this one looks. In order to do that, you can see in the SmartArt Design tab, there's several different layouts. And all you need to do is click between them if you want to switch what they look like. Additionally, if you've got your layout selected, but you want to change the style, this area over here allows you to add some different effects that maybe suit what you need a little bit better. The final thing that I want to point out is if you want the colors changed, like let's just say that I don't want it blue in this example, you can click the Change Colors drop down here and you can switch it to anything that you want. And at this point, you pretty much know all there is to know about creating an org chart in Excel. If you're ready to export this and it's all finished and complete, you can just right click on it and save it as an image. Or you could go into the file area up here and print it off as a PDF or, of course, print onto paper. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. Make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.